Hello, everybody. QC Runner with it's been so long since I've done this, forgot how to do it. Let's try this again. Hello, everybody. QC Runner for QC Runner Games, and I'm back today with another episode of Zero City. As you can tell, it's been a while because I've forgotten how to talk completely. It's been a while. Obviously, I took some time away for a vacation and then came back and just had a hard time getting back into it. So decided to jump back in with my first live stream and video here by wrapping up the Mind Games event. I believe my last live stream was actually covering the start of this event. So the goal of this video today is going to be to open up all my collections. I haven't really done anything as far as that goes, and hopefully get lucky, get a prototype or 2 or 3. I think I need 5, so that'd be good. And then if there's time, go ahead and go through testing some of those prototypes out. Again, my goal when I play is to try to get my power as low as possible. So that is always my priority over just using prototypes just to use them. So yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and jump in and show everybody where I am at this point. So got 4 hours left in the event. The official card collecting part of the event ended 3 days ago, obviously. Now we got 4 hours left until we're officially done. Let me move. We got the background of the water streaming here. There we go. So I have 340 collections to open, and I've done 14. I think we did that in the first video probably. So let's just go ahead and see what we can get. Obviously, I'm still looking for all the new ones here. We got 1, 2, 3, plus I'm missing 2 from previous events here in the middle section here. What is going to be my goal? I've been messing with my squad, so I'm going to use that as my priority here. So I keep changing my tank up front. I'm back to my torch. I don't remember if we did that in the last video or not. I think I was on my headhunter. Now I'm back on torch again, and I got an offer. Let's see if I have that yet or something new. I got an offer to buy the Night of Night set. It was for $50, so that's a lot of money. So I didn't do that, but I was really tempted. I wanted to test that out, and that is what everybody is using in Hustle Castle. And now that we have that available here in this game, I'm sure that's what everybody's going to be using once you get it. And the difference is you get it here by doing, see if we're still open here, by doing the tunnels. And then we go to the store. Up here, this is where we get our this materials crate. This is where we get our stuff to build our Night of Nights versus the clan territories like it is in Hustle Castle. So indication that clan territories is not coming in Zero City, at least anytime soon. At least that's my thought anyway. Let's just go ahead and click this over here. So that is something I'm going to be working towards, but that's going to take a long time since it's hard to, since I'm playing so many different games, it's hard to actually grind that on the weekends and make any progress on it. Maybe one day I'll get there. All right, so I came over here with my tank. My ranger here in the back is still doing most of the work, so certainly want anything I can do to help Ranger 1, but I also have, oh, wait, never mind, that's Hustle Castle. So I got a second Ranger in Hustle Castle that's been highly effective as well, but I'm not going to start working on that build here because I'm still only at 3 level 100s. All right, so I guess I need the most of the chemists, and my chemists are a big part of my squad. Actually, everything is a big part. Let's see what we have the most of. We'll start there. So 15, the top ones are usually the least. Obviously, because we see we got 50 there, 60, so 49. So I guess we'll be starting in the middle probably. 45. 45 and 39. All right, so we'll start here in Menace. Go for the 3 chemist prototypes we're looking for: improvisation, pyrotechnic, and error. I'm not even sure what each one is at this point, so we go ahead and I can't get that, can I? Oh, yeah, never mind. All right, so what I'm looking out for. I'm looking out for prototypes, and I'm looking out for cash. I didn't pay attention to where I was in cash, so I'm going to go take a look at that. 1.7, so we're good there. For me, cash is the most important part of this game. That is how I'm leveling up all of my chips, so I don't want to run low on cash, or I don't want to waste the cash. Food, I don't care about. I waste that all the time. It's going to take a long time going to 250,000 at a time, but I'm going to do times 10 on some of these. Maybe not all of them, not sure, but we'll go times 10 and then just let it go slowly. Build a little bit of suspense anyway. Pretty sure the prototypes come out right at the front, so obviously I'm not getting it on this one. But this is only my 26th that I've opened, so long way to go. Alright, this is painfully slow. I don't think I can go this slow. Ooh, that's nice. 450 cryptos. Very good. Lots of wasted food. Alright, I can't go that slow. It's going to be too painful. Alright, somebody do one more 10. I can't go that slow. We'll do the first couple slow when we see we don't get anything. And then we'll just speed it up. Ooh, there we go. Zombie trap for zombie slayer. Alright, that's not so exciting. Alright, I'm going to go somewhere else. This is not giving me anything good yet. We're only 36 in though, so I can't expect too much. Do my normal breaking away, trying to make some good luck happen here, even though there's nothing to it, I'm sure. Alright, let's try one on the bottom. Let's go peaceful life here. We'll try 11 on this one. Tactics prototype, one of the new ones we're looking for here. Well, as usually the case here in Zero City, we get a whole lot of nothing. More so than the other games. I'll do one more 10 here. The other games seem to, American Dad and Hustle Castle, seem to give more. It's, you know, somewhat useless, but it's a higher level of uselessness. We certainly don't have that here in Zero City. Alright, well. That was bad. No cash, no cryptos, no nothing. So 57 in, no legendary items yet. We got one set item that I will never use. Alright, let's just go. Let's got 60 on this guy. Still looking for our first of this event. Got a couple of epic chips though. There's something there. Won't be using dodge, but the armor I might use that we got earlier. Ooh, now that's nice. That I'm always happy to get. Five and a quarter. Ooh, another one. This is for the Cyclone. Won't be doing that one either, I don't think. Let's try that again. Ooh, that probably won't be useful since we're getting legendary suits at this point. Well, I think our record of going without getting anything is like 160. So I guess, see if I got anything to collect here. No. So, you know, I got a ways to go until I hit that point. As you can see, my guy's unhappy. So since I wouldn't say grinding because, you know, I don't grind the same way you guys do, but I was certainly getting in every day and get my dailies plus done as much as I could while I was on vacation. And I was playing every day then, but when I got back and the event ended, I stopped because now American Dad has an event starting, or going. So I've been spending my time there, and starting possibly tomorrow, Hustle Castle has an event coming out. So I've been trying to like kind of step back a little bit and do some other things, but I haven't had time because the events are spread out so much. And I'm still trying to figure out a way to start covering Broyalty. A lot of people have asked about that, and I want to start covering that. And I'm trying to talk with the game and see if I can do giveaways with that game as well, assuming I even like it and continue playing. So if that's a game that you guys are playing or interested in playing, that's something that keep an eye out. I'm going to try to bring those. Right now the game doesn't, they don't do it, but they said they will reach out to me when they add that to the game. So I'm hopeful we can do giveaways for that game as well. There we go. We got chem knowledge at least. That's probably one of the best things I've gotten so far. 99 in and a whole lot of nothing so far. Let's go try something else. I'll go down here. I'll probably get this one and then we can just blast through all the rest of these. The tactics prototype. Of course I want this one. We got decoration at least. There's one thing. I guess that's exciting. we got to be about due. We got to be about 120 or so. Got to be hitting this pretty soon. Maybe I'll go spend some cash on something, at least something. 7.7 million. Let's go spend a little bit of that cash. So the plan for me always is to level up my chips. I think it was one of the most recent videos we did. I hit my first red finally. There we go, got 2 of them now. 2 damage. That's certainly will be my focus is. Here's number 3 we're working on. Let's just do max cash. Okay, back at it. Unfortunately, at this point, I don't think I can see how many I've done because the rankings don't update after the event ends. So we had 14, then I think we started with, what was it, like 340 or something like that. So about 106, about 120 in so far. 0 for 5, 120 in. Let's just go ahead and claim our new multi-purpose. Triggers at the beginning of the battle. Anti-chemical barrier. Random fighter gains a shield that completely absorbs 1 instance of any chemical damage. Once the shield has blocked the damage, it immediately is given to a random fighter. The shield remains active as long as the owner of the multi-purpose weapon is alive. Yeah, my problem with this one is I don't like the random part of it. When I'm doing a fight, I want to have fairly consistent, knowable results, and having a random thing that goes to some other random person is not really what I'm looking for, especially when I only have 3 level 100 fighters that I can use a good multi-purpose on, so likely won't be using that one. All right, we got anything in here? People just chatting, okay. All right, we are overdue. Let's start at the top here. Since we're overdue, we're going to start on the top and hopefully hit one of these. Gambling prototype. There it is. Oh, yes. Look at that. Oh, my goodness gracious. So we got no luck at all, and now we got all the luck. Got the prototype. Got 2 legendary items. Fantastic. Of course, I won't use the legendary items, but still, we got something good. We'll start with these. Increasing dodge, a million of those ready. Increasing dodge, a little bit better. And there, gambling prototype number 1. Use a prototype of the suit to equip the unique abilities that depends on the weapon or chemist is wielding. All right. So 117, that's about number 131. Within 121 to 131, we hit that one. So I was not going to do that. I've had times before where, your luck kind of runs good, so you stay good, so I didn't mean to come off that screen, but now that I did, I guess I will poke around over here. So this is for chemist, so we'll go to psycho. Let's see what we can see here. So currently, I think it's in the weapon, right? The armor. When using weapons ability, the unit restores 2 random allies. Once in a while, random enemy fighters made vulnerable, increasing all incoming damage by 35% and decreasing damage dealt by 30%. Okay, it's not bad, obviously. What are we currently running? When using their weapon's ability, the unit restores 47,000 health and 2 random allies. What? 47, 2, 4. Try on. That's interesting. So we're currently running something. Our armor is doing 43,000 in 2 allies over 5 seconds. With our current prototype on, we're doing 47,000, 2 allies in 4 seconds. So we get a little bit more healing, a little bit quicker. It seems like this would be a much better option. We'll still get healing. It'll be a little bit slower, not quite as much, but we get a chance to, put the hurt on the enemy a little bit. So I'll have to test that one out. Not overly huge, but that could be helpful, especially when I'm as underpowered as I am with everybody else. So I'm still running at I think with my current setup, a 9.7. Yeah, 9.7. I was at 10.1 or 10.01 and switched down to my torch again without any of the chips on it. So power's down a bit again. I was trying to figure out if I was going to stay with this or not. And then if I did, then I'd start transferring chips over. But for now, I was just kind of waiting on that. All right, well, fantastic. One in. Now, recommendation, I mean, you guys, if you're watching this now yourself, then you could take advantage of it, but most people will not be seeing it until later, so we'll have to use this for the next event. But it's been long theorized, and I've mentioned this before, that the way randomness works, you don't have a better chance the next time versus this time. If there's a 1 in 100 chance, whether you get it now or not, if you get it this time, you still got a 1 in 100 chance next time. But it's been theorized in this game and all the other games that you don't usually get the first one until like about 120, 130, and the second one like 180 or whatever. So, and that's not exact, but the more you open, the closer you get to those, it seems like the better chance you have to open those or to get them. So the theory is, since I already finished all of my prototypes in the Art of War, I'm going to go ahead and open up all the rest of my collections to up my collection account to, in theory, increase the chance of hitting it on, with less boxes on the last couple. So obviously the way true randomness works, that shouldn't affect anything, but the way these games work, it does seem to affect things. So given all that, I'm going to go blast through the rest of the Art of the War here since we got these done. All of those are done, so we're not getting prototypes, but we can hopefully get some good stuff anyway. Get some cash maybe. So I'm just going to go in and blast through them. Ooh, wow. Wow. It seems like our luck is hitting over here now all of a sudden. So we went from nothing to now we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 legendaries. We got a useful core. And these are obviously not going to be used, but still. You can break them up for parts. That actually, in the past. This is certainly one I would have used when I was at a lower ability, but plenty of event items. I'm not going to use them, but that is certainly a good one. 25, that's not. And that's just basic, so obviously at my current level it's not useful, but when I first hit CC10 or CC11, that was useful, so yeah, fantastic. And I'm going to back out. Even though I said I don't want to, 1.5 million. I wanted to make sure I'm not wasting cash. 208 more to go. We're still needing 4. And again, we're not getting anything here, which is fine. Ooh, another one. I don't think I have many legendaries of that yet. Reduce physical chemical defense. I want to test these out. You guys that are listening, if you let me know in the chat if anybody uses these cannons. Certainly at a level 94, it doesn't seem like I can do it, considering I only have three level 100 fighters. But if I had 6, definitely 7 to 8, it seems like something like this could be useful. I obviously know the top guys use them, top players use them, so it's obviously not super useful, but it seems like it's something that could be good to use. So let me know in the chat if you guys are using it and how useful it's been for you. Probably specific to specific builds it can be useful, but in general probably not. Alright, another core. We are getting a lot of cores. I was complaining about what we get in these chests, but we are getting a lot of cores here. Some of them even useful. The last 2 have been highly useful. Another one, and that also is useful. Look at that, 3 useful ones in a row. Alright, so we are through everything here now in the Art of War. 181 to go. We're still looking on 4 different prototypes. 2 from previous events and 2 from this event. So what do I want the most? This one is going to help our infantry. And let's see, I have something on there right now. Once I taken damage, restore 25 health and 3 allies with the least current heat. Triggers once every 1.5 seconds or less. That is somewhat useful. And let me go see what the other ones are. Alright, equip Ranger's weapon. Prototype a weapon to add unique ability. So obviously we could use one of these anyway. Multi-purpose weapon. I don't use those too much, so I'm gonna go for the middle ones. All right, we got seven viewers on. Obviously that's not a huge number, but for all my streaming and for me being away for so long, it's a pretty big number. So thanks everybody for tuning in and watching. I'm trying to figure out how to actually figure out who is on so I can shout out and chat with everybody, but I haven't really figured that out, especially now that I'm streaming to multiple platforms. This should be going out to Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch as well. Mainly streaming on Twitch, and then it goes multicast to the others. So I can't really tell who's on, but thank you everybody for tuning in and watching. Jump in the chat and let everybody know how you did in this event, if you got all the prototypes, if you jumped your command center, control center. One's in Shelter War, one's in, I'll just say CC. Jumped your CC if you got a bunch of different prototypes. If you got them all at the next level, that's always exciting when you can open them, you get tons of them. So let me know if you guys found anything. All right, so we're looking for a bunch here. Improvisation, pyrotechnics, error. Our luck's been running pretty good lately, so hopefully it continues. Ooh, all blue, that's a good sign. Ooh, yes! Number 2. And if iron was useful, that would be good too. Alright, I'm staying right here. I'm not going to back away right now. So we've got 2 out of the 4. We can just blast through the rest of that. Let's just do 10 more, and then I'll leave the last 7 for later. Unless we get lucky and get the next 2 right here. No, not such luck. Alright. 2 out of the 4 done. Oh, 2 out of the 5 done. So we still got 3 to go. Alright, so we have only 7 on that one. Still got 39 there and 28. Let's do 11 on this one. Seems like nobody's interested in chatting. No messages coming across. Either that or I'm not receiving them anyway. I see my message on the screen, but I don't see anybody else's, so hopefully it's working. And nothing on this 10. What is cheese grater? Food. 1627. Not bad. I am going to take one quick step away 1 second here while I just verify that this is... Yeah, it does look like it's working here, so... Nobody just wants to talk. That's fine. Alright, so we have 149 to go. Still looking for 3 more. We got a lot down here, too. 18... 44. Let's do a few down here. Going for our 1 tactics. Nothing there. Alright, luck's running a little bit cold here. Guess can't expect to get prototypes every time. Alright, we got more decorations. I'm gonna take a step out and look at our cash situation. 6 million. Everybody's waking up to deploy squad. Actually, we're not even deploying squad yet. Just waking up to chat in Zero City. Alright, let's go spend some more cash. I don't remember if we talked about this yet or not in this game, but we've had this in Hustle House for a while, and I guess it is now here in Zero City, which I think we've talked about it before, but you go to any room and you hit equip the best. In the past, you had to go individual, and you could equip the best. But now you can just go to either click it on here, go to info, and hit the equip button here, and everything will be the best of what you have in your inventory. Not necessarily the best of what you have across anyone, just anything that's left unused in your inventory, which comes in very handy. One button to solve all your problems immediately, which is quite nice. Let's go. Not that one. Chips. Oops, wrong. We want upgrade. Chips used. Working on our third red here. Long way to go. By the time I'm done here, I should at least be able to finish. Oop, there we go. Finish this side of it. But now I need to spend another like 30 million on the one in inventory, so it'll be a while yet. All right, 128 to go. Still looking for 3. This is a weapon as well, right? Another one. So 2 weapons for rangers. We already got 1, or 1 weapon for our tank. Either could be good. I don't know specifically for this event which one's the best, so I'll just try to get them all. Let's go here. Tactics. Ooh, 2 cores. I'm not going to use them. Not immediately. Intruder and Outcast. I do believe I see people using Outcast. So maybe someday that could be useful. All right, we only got 12 left there, so I'm going to stop there. 7 on that one. 28 here. So let's go ahead and try this one. There we go. Nice. Number 3. Multi-purpose weapon. Add a unique ability to the multi-purpose. We'll have to test those out. You know, we can just go check them here in a minute. Let's try 910,000 in cash too. Nice. Let's just do one more. See if we can get 2 in a row. And yes! Got them all. All the ones for the missing events. Another weapon one for the Rangers. Fantastic. Not bad. Maybe in the past I always used to say waiting to the end of the event was better because the odds increased. Nobody really believed it. Well, I think a lot of people did believe it, but I think it kind of came out as that's just the way statistics work. But whatever it is, it's working out pretty good right now. So we got 4 out of the 5 so far. You know, I'm just going to stay here. I'm not even going to back out right now to ruin anything. Going to finish up all of the menace at this point because I'm not going to get any more prototypes here. We'll increase our chances of hopefully getting that last one. A lot of epic chips, that's for sure. More menace. We got 7 here. And 1 more set of collections. All right, we have 28, so a lot to go here. So that'll leave us with, what is that, 64? 74? 54. Bad math there. We got over $1 million in cash in that one. This could be useful potentially. I'm not sure. And last but not least, all right, so we're hitting good stuff, so I don't want to back out quite yet. So we got 54 to go. We have 24 here, 18, and 10. So I'm going to do a 1 and a 10, and assuming I don't get it, then I'm going to go spend my cash. Got 1 more to go. That's not it. Hopefully you guys can't hear that airplane or the helicopter blasting away. Yes! Caught them all already. Fantastic. This might be one of the best prototype events I've had in a long time. Actually, in any of the games, not just this game. We got them all. We still got 43 to go. Fantastic. Look at that. So that took me about 300 to get them all. 297, I think, to get them all. Let's just go ahead and collect these while we're here. All right, we'll go test them out. Let me go open up the rest of those real quick. Ooh, very nice. This is just a regular one, I think. Yes, it is. All right, let's just go open up the rest of these real quick. And oh, where's my cash at? 6.2. Yeah. And then we'll go check some of them out and maybe do some testing with them. Fantastic. How did you guys do? And I'll ask again. We got some new people on. Last time I asked, nobody answered. But did everybody following? Got 8 people on. Did anybody miss anything? This is the first time in a while. I've certainly been behind in Zero City, I believe, in getting prototypes. So I actually got them all for a change, which is quite nice. All right, I'm going to go again real quick to see. Can you see this message? Just to see if you guys are seeing the messages or not. Type that one in a different spot. I see it on my screen, so obviously it's fine. All right, we got 18. Let's just blast through these real quick. Oh, you know what it is? I bet I know what it is. I have a stream here for Twitch messages, and I have a stream for other messages. So if you guys are sending something from a platform other than Twitch, like YouTube or whatever, I was probably missing them in the chat. So you guys are blasting me away for making mistakes or not responding to you. That would be why. I just switched over to the other one. So if you're sending messages and I didn't respond, I didn't see it. So go ahead and send it again, and this time I'll be able to see it. Yeah, I didn't have that first when I was streaming only to Twitch, but when I added the ability to stream to other ones, I have another spot to see different chats. So I'll just chalk that up to being a bit rusty on doing this. There we go. Thank you, Reza. Appreciate it. I can't read what you wrote, but I can see your message, so thank you for that. So that was the problem, I guess. I messed up by not putting... I can't put chats here, but I can see what you guys are posting, and I can even get my Twitch messages here. So 446 cryptos, nice. So that was my fault for messing that up. I apologize. And if you asked me a question, I didn't respond, I apologize. Yeah, done. Opened up all our collections, got all the quests done, we got all these done. Fantastic. Now let's go check them out and see if anything's going to help the squad get better. Again, I only have 3 level 100s, so I'm limited in what I can choose here. We have 2 different weapon abilities, I believe. Oh, I think one of them was on armor, which would help our weapons. Let's just go ahead and let's just go this way. So we'll try this one on. This will be for our armor, which will help our weapon. So each shot taken by the fighter increases the cooldown time of the target's weapon ability. If the shot was critical, also increases the cooldown time. That's not useful for me. I'm all about damage. I want to get the most damage I possibly can. Just being able to make my enemy shoot slower, that's not really going to help me out. So that's not one that I want. And let's see what we have before we check out the other one. So currently we're doing this one. Each 3 shield enhances the gear. All right, let's go here first. After each 4 attacks, the owner of the gear receives a shield durability for 210% of the damage dealt by that attack. Each 3 shield enhances the gear owner's damage by 22%, crit by 22, and dodge by 22. Stacks 3 times. So I did get a lot of damage from my Ranger one. So switching that out for something else is going to be difficult. What was the other one we got? This one? This is only for the weapon. Once in a while, enhances their own 3 subsequent attacks. The enhanced attack deals 35% more damage, and each attack has a 50% chance of preventing the target from using its own multi-purpose. I think what I'm running right now is better. Dealing critical damage, which happens a lot. Not as much as it used to, but fires a projectile the closest and the furthest. This definitely was the meta for the longest time. I don't know if it still is or not. I'll have to check that out. The projectile deals weapon damage. Okay. This is one we got as well. This just increases our No. Attacks deal 150% more damage once in a while. Such attacks cannot be dodged. The next attack will hit 4 enemies at once and has 25% chance of dealing 40,000 extra damage. It's going to be hard to pass that up. It's probably part of the reason I got so much damage coming from here. Let's just try this one and see. Steals 50% damage from the enemy that deals the greatest damage and adds 75% of that value to all allies. Wow. That seems really good too. What you got right now is better. Thank you, Lucian. I like this one though. It seems like I could find something useful for that one. But again, with only 3, maybe not. And this one, again, same thing. I don't know if I can beat this one either. There's a steam grenade, slowly current turret. Yeah, this is what... what am I talking about? I'm looking at the wrong thing. Multi-purpose weapon wielder does not get killed. This I don't think is probably having the spare heart on Psycho is the best idea, but it's been working out pretty well. So I'm not sure what everybody else is running on this one. I don't think this is what it is, but I had this on my tank for a long time. But then I switched my tank to something else, which has been working pretty good too. Keeping the unit from getting killed in a dangerous situation. The barrier lasts for 2.2 seconds and explodes, dealing damage. Seems like that could go somewhere else. Once in a while, when taking damage, absorbs incoming damage for the next 4 seconds. This right here has been helpful. Lord Luke here. Hey, Lord Luke. Thank you for jumping in, and apologize if you were sending me messages before and I was ignoring them, so a little bit rusty there, obviously. Let's go to our chemist again. Let's go to Psycho. Check out our new one. I don't think we'll be using this. Once in a while, the unit starts to focus. They cease to attack and restore... Oh, that's stupid. I'm not doing that. Restore health in themselves and 4 allies with the least health over 3 seconds. While the focus, the unit ignores most debuffs. When the focus is off, yeah, that's not going to happen. Versus this one right here. Wait. No, I was talking about this. That's why. I certainly don't want to get rid of that. All right. Misspoken here. Unit restores 47. We looked at this already. 2 and 4. Yeah, we already looked at that one. Versus this. Cease to attack and restore 32 health in themselves and 4 allies with the least health over 3 seconds, while the focus unit ignores most debuffs. When the focus wears off, 3 random enemies will take 52,000 damage. Again, I don't like the random on that one, but maybe that's okay. Oh, it's on the steam grenade. I keep getting messed up on that, so yeah, I don't think I can pass this up. Nothing's going to beat that one. And we got to check our tank as well. When the basic weapon ability is triggered, all effects enemies lose 20% of physical defense and gain fear. That does not seem useful. And we are currently running... When units health critically... Yeah, we're not getting rid of that. This is what all the top people are using right now, so I certainly don't want to pass this one up. I think most people will be using this item on their Night of Nights. Obviously, we can't do that yet because we don't have it. I think another problem I have is my other tank armor. Yeah. Is somewhere else that is what everybody else is using as well. Let's see if I can find it. Not that one. You know, whatever. While I'm here, let me also look at this. Once in a while, when taking damage, absorbs incoming damage for the next 4 seconds. Might have looked at this already. Steals health from the enemy with the greatest health and adds 50% of that value to all allies. This seems like this could be useful as well. Cast a barrier on the unit once in a while, steals 25% health from the enemy with the greatest health and adds 50% of that value to all allies. Yeah, that seems like that's good. All right. Chrysalido? Did I pronounce that right? That tactic proto use at armor, but include the weapon you use. Hold on, let me read that again. That tactic proto use at armor, but include that weapon you use. All right, I didn't quite follow that, but let's go back and take a look. I don't know the name of the protos by name, so it's going to take me a moment here. Tactics, there we go. Okay. Tactic proto use at armor, but include the weapon. Yeah. You just basically telling me we put it on the armor, but it affects the weapon. That's the part I keep getting mixed up on. So, but I don't think I should be using this. I mean, do you disagree? When the basic weapon ability is triggered, all affected enemies lose 20% of physical defense and gain fear. That just doesn't seem that useful versus the benefit I'm getting right now here of critically ill makes them invulnerable to debuffs for 6 seconds and restores 35%. This definitely helps me last a lot longer in fights, so it's going to be hard for me to pass that up. That's one of the things that helps me with beating my 13 million and 15 million people occasionally. And fairly regularly, the 11 million people and 10 million people. So let's just go with what we have, and let's do a little bit of testing. I got a couple minutes here, and probably wrap up here pretty soon. So I went and did a squad challenge. I switched to the torch versus the headhunter, and I have a naked torch, as we saw earlier. No gems on, or no chips on at all. And I ran the gamut here. I knocked out every single one, including the 15 million. So it was working pretty good. I can do the railroad right now with this setup, and I can get through 15 out of 15 pretty easily, which I could before, obviously, as well. So it's kind of hard to pass up what I'm currently using. And watch, I talk about that, and I'm going to lose the first fight. Nice. Let's speed that up a little bit. We'll just go up to 4. So again, it's just kind of hard to pass up what I'm running here. So certainly get a lot more damage with the torch versus the headhunter. And this is a torch that could live longer if I put some armor and some magic armor or chem armor and some health chips on, which I have a bunch of those I could put on. But taking all the damage, doing a good amount of damage as well. And then Psycho doing his thing, obviously, or it's a girl doing her thing. And then not so much here. Certainly I've noticed that it seems like this setup has been nerfed just a little bit. The same thing happened in Hustle Castle as well. Thank you for my read. Good comment. Thank you for reading my comments. Good vibes. Sure thing. Chris Lito, thank you for tuning in and watching. I appreciate it. What was I saying? Yeah, I think they nerfed the setup for the Rangers there. They did that in Hustle Castle as well. It looks like they finally followed suit here in this game as well, which is fine because it's not the overarching massive damage dealer all the time. But I have my support here in the middle, so I've got some coverage, which helps. Oops, wrong button. This is really slow, which is making me click on all the wrong things all the time. My factions are very weak. I need to focus on that, but I don't have anything to get better factions. Everything I haven't gotten one legendary. I might have one epic maybe. Trying to click on it, it's just really slow. Look at that, uncommon, rare. So yeah, my factions are mostly non-existent. I don't know how many I've opened. Probably 10 or 20 legendary, and I haven't got any legendary factions yet or talents yet. So I haven't focused on that, so it's fairly useless at this point.
Yeah.
And let me try a couple more fights. So we got our 9.7 squad again. We beat the 11.3. Let's try the naughty sponsor. So again, this is, I think, everything without any changes to my current setup. Good good fight. Oh, nice. Pulled it off at the end. Torch, 31%. Obviously, the torch lives for a long time because of the setup here with the vacuum barrier. So that is part of the reason for all the damage. But having all that restoration, taking a lot of damage, just kind of hard to change a lot of that. Again, fairly weak. I might have to take a look at my ranger setup because that is not going the way it's gone before. Obviously, the harder your competition, the less crits you're going to do anyway. So that's part of the problem here as well, I think.
Oh.
I'm just going to work the way through the rest of this one. It is always nice going into fights with a low number like this. There's some people now at 94 that are at 17 million plus squads, so I can't beat any of them. But I've certainly beat some very poorly managed 16 million and 15 million squads. If people are properly set up, I can't beat them. But there's plenty of people that are not properly set up, and I can take them down. Obviously, we didn't win this one, but I've beaten plenty of people at that level. I'm gonna try again and see. Beating somebody once doesn't mean you can beat them multiple times, and losing once doesn't mean you're gonna lose every time either. So, still not doing many crits there. Psycho's doing massive damage as always. Wish these screens would load a little bit quicker here. All right, so my goal for streaming, like I was saying earlier, is trying to do this a little bit more often. Again, I was gone for a week for vacation. Took a little bit of time being back and adjusting to a normal schedule and getting some chores done and stuff like that. Because for those of you who don't know, I don't have a lot of spare time. And then once I had a little bit of time, I was having a hard time just getting going and doing this again. So now that I got it started, the goal is to do these streams a little bit more often. Hopefully have some more interaction going. Again, have my chat in the right spot. But I'm going to do this. We got American Dad's got an event going on. Hustle Castle's got an event coming up. Yeah, we certainly aren't winning this one. Same thing as last time. Let's go to the next one. Like I said, I want to start checking out Broyalty, see if that's something I'm going to start covering or not. I started covering some games on Steam, which I haven't played for a long time. So if time permits, I will get back to those again. But hopefully get things going on a little bit more regular basis. But there's only so much time I have in trying to do games and then videos and streams and then posting and just not a lot of time. So I will be up and down on my schedule as always, but hopefully some more than nothing, which has been lately. All right, we lost again. So not quite running the gamut like I did last time where I won every single fight. So our tank is obviously doing well here. I think I haven't watched the fight, so let's see if I can slow it down and see what happens here. I suspect that our tank is living a long time, and that's why they're doing all the damage. And that's exactly what's happening. Yep. Everybody else is dying quicker, and they're not only attacking my tank, they're attacking the back, they're attacking the middle, and everybody dies quickly. So I gotta... If I could get something, I think this just came out. I don't know if it's in this game yet or not, where I make everybody attack me versus attacking everybody else, then my damage dealers can sit there and do their damage. I gotta find what that is and see if I can't get that working for me. Might as well just try the top one. Gonna watch this time to see. Alright, so big damage dealers are still alive, and we're dealing damage, so look, that's the key, keeping them alive. Now our tank is dead, but our damage dealers are alive. There we go, nice. So we couldn't beat the 13 and the 14 million, but we beat the 15 million. And the key is keeping our damage dealers alive, obviously. So this time, Torch only did 29%. One revive took a lot of the damage, which is what our goal is. One revive. 34%, 1.6 million. No reanimations. That was useless. What are you doing? Stuns. I wish it would track stuns. That would be helpful. 1.7 million almost. All right. 15.4. Now, let's see what they have for a setup here. And then a torch like we did. And they got a little damage there. A lot of epic chips instead of legendary. So we got a 4 of 6 agent on that one. Got a fire starter, which didn't do very much damage. They don't have the same weapon we do. They do. They just have different proto on it. Oh. Oh yeah, he can have. This person can have all one. This squad is all 100s. Look at that. How many hundreds do they have? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think 6. It was skipping around so much it was hard to see, but 6 100s with some weird setups. Yeah, they got some really weird setups going, so I'm sure that certainly helps us out. And if we looked at these chips too, we could probably see a little bit of it, but I certainly don't recommend this. If if you see my video a long time ago about strength versus power, I mean, what all this does is certainly increases your power, and it doesn't really help you tons. I mean, having your archer being able to do lots of dodges, sure, it's a little bit useful, but adding, we've already saw what 4 plus 2. There's a bunch of damage, which is good. So we saw that one, which that has 5, 6, 7, 8 dodges, I think, so far. And all this armor, I mean, it's going to help for sure, but I mean, there's like 10 plus epic dodge chips here. There's 2 more right there. So adding all of this dodge is increasing the power by a ton. So this 15.4, obviously, as we saw, was not nearly as powerful as my 9.7 because they're trying to get every single slot filled with something just to fill it, and it's just making their power super high, and it's not really helping them that much. And it also looks like they're putting protos on everything they possibly can, which is not necessarily helping either. Let's see if we can find a really big mistake here. Let's go to these 2 right here. See if we got any regular. Yeah, no, that's crit. I don't put crit there either, but trying to see if they have like chemistry knowledge or something like that on one of these, just because there's a slot there. Doesn't look like they have that mistake, at least. Hopefully there's no chem damage on these, and there's not. What about here? But yeah, so that is completely fake power if you have your chemist putting regular damage, because your chemist can't do regular damage. Or like right here, this is chemical damage, this is what your chemist can do, which is fine. Yeah, they don't have that, at least. Or, having your chemists do regular damage, or your archers or your rangers or your tanks doing chemical damage, because they can't do that. So that is completely fake power versus this, which is not the most useful either, but that's why we won that one easily, because this is not a very good setup. So don't recommend that one. And that explanation took just about as much time as it took me to do my strength versus power video. So I think it was a 45-minute video of me kind of stumbling through some of the words, but I think people were able to get the main point I was trying to get across, that, I fight at a 9.7 million. I could easily put my squad up to probably 12 million without too much trouble. but
Yeah.
it wouldn't necessarily help me win anything, and that would make my railroads that much more difficult, and I can get through railroads pretty easily now. But if I would go ahead and max my power to whatever I could possibly get it to, railroad would be harder. I wouldn't be that much stronger. I'd probably be a little bit stronger, but not that much. It's just not worth it, which is why you see me having people in here with no armor, and I just have this person trying to do some stunning. I wish I had a level 85 prototype I could put on here, because this ends up stunning multiple people. I can stun like 4 or 5 people at once, and that would increase my power a bit, obviously, but that would be highly useful. So instead I just have this, which is giving me a little bit of stunning. Excuse me, it increases my power, but not by too much. And you see some of this other weird stuff here. So I got level 60, which is a reanimation. So hopefully I'm trying to get, a little bit of something out of there. And this also has this one here, which, this is useless. I put this one on because I could without increasing my damage or my power. But that'll certainly be stripped off if I need to. And this as well is helping the reanimation a little bit. And this is helping the reanimation as well. But obviously very low, not increasing the power. All of it comes from right here. My Ranger, my Psycho, and my HH, which is now a Torch. Let's just fix that right now for the time being. Let's just say tank, since I keep switching it back and forth. All right, obviously I've been rambling on for a long time. Still got a few other things to wrap up here, and I'll try to get this posted. Right now, obviously we're live streaming, but many people aren't available at this time. People have asked me to change my stream time, or if I can add in multiple times, and unfortunately the answer is no. Being a family person and a full-time working person, my day is pretty much packed from 5:30 in the morning until about 9:30 at night, with family and work and all the stuff that is part of that. So then I have, for better or worse, I stay up, a few hours after that. So it gives me a couple hours of sleep anyway. And that's when I can do whatever other chores I have left to do, as well as playing events and games and streaming and that kind of stuff. So that is why I can't stream at other times. If things change at some point, maybe as kids get older and things like that, there's a little bit more time available, that could happen. But for the time being, that is certainly not an option. But I do appreciate those that do tune in when I go live in this time frame. And I think I'm going to wrap this up. We'll keep it down to about an hour this time. Sometimes this will go a little bit longer, sometimes a little bit shorter, depending on what I'm doing. Obviously, my first time back, I was just trying to wrap up this event, and obviously we did fantastic. Anybody that tuned in and missed it, we did get through every single new prototype. I didn't put any of those on yet. I have a bunch of them sitting in my inventory that I will have to get through. I don't have to. I will have to review a little bit closer, and again, possibly doing that in a video at some point in the future. So got them all. We got some lower level ones here as well, but most of these are level 100s and are not being used. So again, that goes to me keeping my power down as low as possible. One other comment on that, again, if you are listening to this and you're like, oh, okay, I'm going to go lower my power, I'm going to take some of this stuff off, it doesn't really work that way. To see where your power is at, if you go info here on your barracks, you can see what you're currently running at. That's your current squad power. And if you start stripping things off, you'll see that power go up and down, whatever you're doing. So if this goes down to 7.5, it doesn't change anything because it's based on your historic high. So the high point that you've ever been at entering almost every part of the game. There's a couple of parts where they don't track that, but many of them do. But to find out what your historic high is, you click up here in your profile. This number down here in your profile is what the highest level you've ever gone into a fight is. So for me, it's 10.27. So whenever I'm doing anything at this point, unless I make a major change, I'm making every attempt to make sure this power does not get any higher than it currently is. If I do, then it starts affecting your railroad and things like that. So that is why I'm always so careful with my setup. And I could go ahead and go to my 6x100 or 7x100, 8x100. I already have those in other games, so I'm not really in a hurry to switch out of the 94 bracket here because I don't have it anywhere else. And it allows me to add some variety to the games that I'm playing. So that is why I'm staying here and keeping this here. But at some point I might need to raise this a little bit, especially if I get my officer a little bit higher, or I find some of those prototypes, or get some more some of my red chips going as well. But for now, the goal is to keep it under 10.2. So All right, I think I am going to wrap it here. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Thanks for watching. Thanks for participating. And I will be back when we get the next event. I don't know if it'll be before then or not, hopefully, but I certainly can't promise it considering the events are kind of burning me out. So taking a break is more than likely what's going to happen, but I will certainly be back for the next event. So anyway, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. And until the next time, this has been QC Runner for QC Runner Games, and I will talk to you later. See ya.